Life is busy, I get it. We're moving at a fast pace and there is so much you want to do and have to do. But if you feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel and like you're barely making progress forward, there is some unknown reasons that you might be feeling stuck and why you can't get ahead. And these unknown reasons are not things that are normally talked about. They are underlying things that seem so small but make such a big impact. Hi, my name is MJ Gordon. I'm a high performance life and business coach. And today what I'm about to share with you are some really key secrets that a lot of people don't really take the time to double down and invest on. So if you could do these things, even just a couple of these things, you're gonna see your progress and your life change in a whole nother way. So the first unknown reason that you are feeling stuck and can't get ahead is that you simply want too much. Now, I know you might not like hearing that. A lot of people don't like hearing that. I don't like hearing that. There was a time that I actually cried about this, legit serious crying, where I was like, how much more do I have to give up? How much more do I have to say no to in order to live and experience a life that it is that I really want, in order to become the person that I want to be? I wasn't intent on living like a monk. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's just not the path that I wanted. But here's the thing that we're getting kind of confused. Having it all doesn't mean having it all. It means you have identified the key, most important elements of your life and you target gaining all of those. The problem is we haven't taken the time to focus on what exactly it is that you want. You might say, well, I want to be successful in my business. I want to be a good mom. I want to be in great shape. But you haven't really understood the basis of the way you function, basic human needs, and what are the actual key elements that those things are trying to fulfill. When you can get to the basics of that, you can start to overlap. For instance, one of the things that we talk about with clients is stacking. We do a lot of bulking, stacking, and overlapping when it comes to tasking in business. But when it comes down to your life, how are you strategizing, right? So I like community, I like exercise, and I like getting out and doing something novel, learning new things. Something like a martial arts class or action shooting class is great for me. I get to meet new people, I get to get active, I get to learn something new and novel, and something that really kind of gets my heart rate up. It's exciting. I'm challenged, and I get out of my house. These things stack so many core elements for me that one activity in and of itself is so fulfilling. So when you can find those elements and start to stack them, you can start eliminating all these things that you're only getting singular returns out of. The next thing that you're not doing is you're not testing. Now, this is the first thing that we do in the Level Up program is we teach you how to test your system. And when I mean your system, your personal system, this vehicle, this body, this you, this is the only thing that you have to think, to dream, to execute, to experience in, right? So if this is your only vehicle, you need to test that vehicle. Make sure the tires are all pumped up, make sure the fuel is running smoothly, the filters are clear. You need to do that in order to experience a good, solid, healthy life. If you're feeling stuck or you feel like you're dragging, you're not motivated, you don't have enough energy, you don't have time to be clear, a lot of times those start with a run-down, imbalanced system. And just like you test marketing strategies or you're testing parenting strategies or different things, you're kind of tweaking, why is it that you're not testing your system? And I'm saying test beyond that annual blood work. That annual blood work, 100% of the time, we get clients in that have issues. Their annual blood work comes back fine because the annual blood work is just a bird's eye view, a far scope of looking at the system. But if nothing is clearly burning down or something's not obviously, there's not smoke in the air from this far, everything kind of looks fine. We want to test your systems from neurology to cardiovascularly, all the way down to your hormones to make sure that your whole engine is running smoothly and in a way that's symbiotic. And that is something a lot of people aren't doing. So test your system, figure out what to get tested. And on that side note, you will find things. I get a lot of clients that get scared. They're like, oh my gosh, there's all these problems. There are things. If you go digging, things become broke, they need upgraded, they need fixed. That is a good thing when you find those things, because those are things that become big problems later on in life, and you're doing something to address them and avoid those later pitfalls now. The third thing you're doing is you're glorifying the hustle and the grind. You think that because Millionaire Morning Routine says this is what they do, that you need to do all these things and make it perfect and show up exactly the same way. Here's the reason that business, health, parenting is also confusing. Here's the reason you do all this research and sometimes come back being like, now I'm even more confused. Do I do veganism? Do I do ketogenics? Do I do HIIT training? Do I do weightlifting, 1 rep max, 20 reps? Who knows what is going on? The reason is because a lot of people don't think about what they're applying to who or what situation at what exact time. Those things matter, and that's why it's important to test your system. For instance, when I was suffering from chronic adrenal fatigue and my business was going south, I was in debt, I was about to lose my marriage, I had to move from paradise. Yes, we left Hawaii to come here. Florida's still great, but we left Hawaii because my systems were corrupt. The first thing that I learned and had to understand was at that time, weightlifting, trying to make muscle gains, and exercising every day was really bad for me. I was not recovering because I was pushing myself, thinking this was healthy and this was good for me. So you have to understand your system first. You have to understand what's actually going to support your goals on this journey. Not because Joe Schmo or Tony Robbins over here told you that it worked for them and you're seeing the results clearly. You have to understand when that advice is applicable to you. I can guarantee you all these millionaire morning routines is not what these millionaires were doing when they were not millionaires. Last but not least, and this is kind of conclusive to the entirety of this video, you are not strategizing your priorities. What does that mean? It means your business, your work, your job, your kids, whatever, they all get the front end of your best and most energy and creativity, but then everything else gets left on the back burner. The thing is, if you really want to get ahead and get to that next level and make everything that seems overwhelming today seem really easy so you can take on either different or more overwhelming things over here, whatever that vision is for you in your next level, more clients, more kids, more vacations, etc. You have to strategize your priorities the way you strategize business, the way you strategize parenting, the way you plan your vacations and trips. You have to collect all the pieces and say, do I put this here? Do I make that move there? Because the game you used to play to get to where you are today is a completely different game to get to where you want to be tomorrow. It is entirely different. It's like trying to win at chess with Monopoly moves and rules. It just doesn't apply. So why you're stuck is that you're not understanding the game that you're playing today, and you're making all the moves that you knew yesterday, you've mastered yesterday, that got you here today. But if you're looking to play a different game, you gotta understand that different set of rules, and you gotta strategize towards your priorities. This means if your health, your self-care, your mental well-being, quality time with your family is important, those need to be part of the strategy as well. Business and life does not come first, it comes equal. And how do you arrange and make moves with all of these pieces in mind to gain the highest result, the highest outcome, the best score, so to speak, with every move that you make? That's where life has to be when you're trying to live at the next highest level. So my Level Up program was a program that I originally created to help people get out of overwhelm, burnout, fatigue, and learn how to recover their energy so they felt like they had more time in a day. And this has evolved over the last couple years to help not only people get out of that fatigue and overwhelm, but learn how to really optimize their systems in life, in business, in their relationships, in their own personal neurology and EQ so they can get to that next level. This is all rooted in understanding what your priorities are and how to create systems to strategize that optimal balance in life. We teach you how to optimize systems for your health, your life, your business, your relationships, for yourself. And for a limited time, I'm going to be offering you guys free consultations if you just want to learn your next best move and learn a little bit more about the program. Check out the free consultation link below. I'm opening up some spaces to get on my schedule, talk to me one-on-one, and see if there's something that we can help you out with. I am super passionate about teaching people how to understand the basic fundamentals of how to gain more time, energy, and balance in their lives. This is stuff that's not taught. This is beyond just mindset and minimalism strategies or productivity strategies. We're talking about getting to the nitty-gritty of your unique systems and how to leverage your strengths and weaknesses so you can fill the gaps and move up in your own personal, mental, and physical well-being. And that then translates to your entire enjoyment of life, success, and fulfillment. So if you're interested in getting on a call with me, check that out in the link below. If you love more information about how to get to your next level in life, make sure you subscribe, hit thumbs up on this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao for now.